So questions with Krista. Today we've got Sherry Barmont. She says, with so many agents as competition, how do I make myself stand out to have clients who want to use me as their agent? That is an excellent question, Sherry. Here's what I tell everyone. You need to remember this. You're always on a job interview. Whether you're a real estate agent or a lender, anything and everything that you do, people are watching you, right? They're seeing what you're putting out there. For example, from your real estate sign to the way that your cards look, the way that you're marketing your properties, the way that you're marketing yourself. So many times I hear agents say, I sold my house in the very first day, or, I sold my house in a couple of days. And I think to myself, you just lost money for your seller and for yourself. Why? Number one, the more you properly expose your property, the better terms, the better conditions, the more amount of money that you're going to get for your seller. Number two, you're also marketing for yourself. Don't ever say you don't have enough time to take professional videography, professional video, professional photos. Make sure you do a just listed card. Make sure you do a just sold card. Make sure you have a really great social media campaign where you're reaching the masses. Make sure that you're retargeting people who are looking at houses a few months ago. You're retargeting them to the houses that are similar today, and make sure that everything that you put out there looks really, really great. Let me tell you a story. When the market switched, I was able to kind of understand the market was switching. And so I went from being just a normal agent to doing short sales and foreclosures. It almost seemed like the market changed almost overnight back in 2008. So for a long time, I did really, really well selling short sales and foreclosures. But then what happened was the market kind of started to normalize, which was great, right? I'm very happy about that. However, it really, really affected my business to the point of going from selling about 169 houses at the highest point of my career when I was doing real estate, selling REOs and foreclosures, down to only 12. Now, mind you, I had, an assistant and transaction coordinator to take care of, and also I was pretty much the primary breadwinner of my family. So it was really, really devastating, and I was really, really scared. So what happened one time was I went on a listing presentation and somebody, I didn't get it. So I called the seller and I asked them why. And by the way, anytime you don't ever get someone that's a seller or a buyer or someone to do a loan, you need to always call them and say, why didn't you choose me? I'd like to get that constructive criticism and listen to it and hear them and try to make those changes in your business. So they said, Krista, we've heard that you were the foreclosure queen. So Sherry, when this happened, I was just all, oh my gosh, I am the foreclosure queen. So I decided at that point to change the way that I was running my business. I went to a 2-day course in San Francisco to learn how to sell luxury real estate. And I made the decision at that point to start treating every single listing that I had as if it was $1 million listing. Now here's the deal. Most of those houses only were selling for about $250,000. But I changed the way that I was marketing. I started doing 4-page colored brochures. I started doing video on all of my properties. I started, sending out just really great just listed campaigns, just listed brochures, 8.5 by 11 just listed postcards, right, to everybody in the neighborhood. I just sold postcards. I did a massive social media campaign, and back then it was different, right? It's not as robust as it is now, but I made sure that I marketed that house really, really nicely. I had a professional stager come in, and she met with the sellers, and she gave them advice and feedback on how to make the house look better. So that was something else I added. I just made sure that I gave as much value as possible, and that every single listing that I put on the market looked like $1 million listing. And what happened? My business started to absolutely explode again because I was marketing my properties and myself at the same time. Remember, when you market your properties, you're inadvertently also marketing yourself. You're always on a job interview. You're always on a job interview with anything and everything that you produce, from your slogan to your signs, to your business cards, to your flyers, to your videos, to the way your houses look. Everything, your video, all of it, right? So make sure everything looks great. That's how you start to add more value. You can also, Sherry, do things that other agents aren't willing to do. Spend money on ad campaigns. Spend money making sure that you're targeting locally and out of the area. Put money behind your properties to make them look better, to give your sellers more money, to also put more money in your pocket, and for you to market yourself. Value, value, value. The more that you serve, the more that you're going to sell inadvertently, because you're serving and you're making a difference. You've got to stand out. So I hope that helps. Okay, the next question that we have. Kim McKinney says, Facebook is changing so much. How do we protect ourselves? Okay, Facebook changes on a regular basis. Number one, the best way, Kim McKinney, for you to protect yourself is to make sure that you're staying up on how Facebook changes. What are they doing? You're reading the new articles that come up from Facebook. You're following their guidelines. Here's what's just recently changed on Facebook, and it's really, really scary. Facebook no longer allows you now to exclude people. You used to be able to exclude realtors from your ads. You used to be able to put in certain age ranges, male, female. You used to be able to drop a pin in a certain neighborhood. You cannot do that anymore. They've taken all of that away. So it means that we have to adapt. It also means that we're really going to have to be very skilled at retargeting. From now on, when you're creating your ads on Facebook, you need to make sure that you're retargeting, because people that are interacting with your ads, you're then going to say, okay, now let's find more people. Let's retarget our ad and show them something different to the same people that originally looked at it. Your dollar is going to not go as far at this point with your Facebook ads. You're going to need to spend a little bit more money, and it's going to take more time for you to be able to reach people. Before, we just had so much more flexibility with Facebook because of the new HUD guidelines, right? How HUD is saying that there's no discrimination with sex, age, color, and all that, gender, that because of what Facebook allows you to and not to do with your properties, they're saying that by excluding and limiting certain people and certain of those features, that what's happening is that you're kind of discriminating. So based upon that, Facebook is now changing what they're allowing real estate agents, lenders, credit people, everyone to do and not to do with Facebook. So we're just going to have to get a little bit more creative now. We're going to have to give it a little bit more time. We're going to have to put a little bit more money behind it. We're going to have to figure out exactly how Facebook is working. And to be quite honest, it is so brand new that it just now came out today, these changes. So because of these changes, we're going to continue to study, to refine, to run ads, to test, do a lot of testing to really figure out what is the best way to optimize your ads for the lowest amount of money. So I hope that helps. If you asked me this question yesterday, I would have had a totally different answer, but because of the new Facebook changes, my answer is changing. Okay, Alisha Collins says, what is the very best way to pick partners in real estate? Good question. Remember, Alisha, everyone that you work with is a reflection of you and how you do business. So you're gonna wanna find partners, whether it be mortgage professionals, whether you're a mortgage professional, you're gonna wanna find a good real estate agent, right? Lenders, credit repair people, home inspector, termite inspector, escrow, title officers. They want to have the same exact kind of work ethic as you do, meaning they need to have the same values, the same belief systems. They need to treat their clients just like you do, and you need to know that you can rely on them. How many of us have referred a handyman and the handyman doesn't show up, or they don't call and they don't come on time? And then our clients get mad at us, right? So we need to be very, very careful of the partners that we choose, because every single partner that we're working with reflects who we are. So what I always like to do is, when I go, here's a great way I find employees. I'll go to the store and somebody's super, super friendly, or I'll go, get my nails done, or I'll go to Macy's and buy a shirt. And the people that are really, really good to me, have great customer service, I look at them, I write their names down, I ask them for their phone number every once in a while, and I'll put their name in my phone under future teammates. And then I'll call them later on and I'll interview them. That's one strategy. Of course, you make them do disc testing and all that, but it's a great way to find someone that you've worked with, someone that does a really good job, someone that gave you great service, someone that was very responsive, and those are the kind of people that you want to work with in turn. So keep your eyes open as you're starting to go through real estate. Interview people, ask them, what's their response time? How much are you allowed to call them? How quickly can they get to your clients? How are they going to be reliable? And then see how reliable they are. I always pick partners in real estate that I personally have worked with in the past, and they've done an amazing job servicing me, because I know that's how they're going to service my clients. And remember, every single thing that your clients are, everything that your clients are doing is everything that your partners are doing is a reflection of you and how you do business. So pick your partners wisely, because they're going to look to you and the partners as being a team. Even if you tell them, don't get mad at me if they don't call you back, they still will. So pick your partners wisely. Hope that helps, Alisha. Thanks so much for being here. Hope that helped. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you can get more content, and turn on your post notifications, because we are here. We're going to continue to give you value. And if you'd like your questions asked, I would love to answer them. So be sure to fill out the little form below, and we'll get you on the next show. And as always, everybody, make it a great home selling and buying day. And when you do what you love, people love what you do. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.